Hello guys, welcome to a new Air Tycoon 5 series on my channel. This is going to be Air Tycoon 5 World Domination, where I try and dominate the world, aka become the only airline in this world. So right now I'm 7th among the 24 AIs, and yeah, basically what the goal for this series is I want to eventually buy out every single company, besides of course my own. So I want there to be no AIs. I want it to be basically nothing but monopoly routes. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, that's a real challenge. So as you guys can see, my profit is straight up trash, and you might be wondering, how is straight up trash profit going to result in world domination? Well, this turn is particularly bad, but as you guys can see, in a lot of the major airports, there are no slots left, and I own a significant number of them. My goal is to own at least 750 slots in every major hub airport, and 1,000 or more in the major hubs. Like New York, I have 2,000. Chicago, I have 1,000. LA, I have almost 1,500. Just a ton of slots in every airport. Basically, I want to have at least 750 in all the Asian airports before, all the major Asian airports before they become slot capped. And basically, what this is going to let me do is it's going to let me eventually, one by one, bankrupt every single company. And because I've had to occupy so many slots, I've had to use an absurd amount of Tupolev 124s and 123s and 124s, which are basically small aircraft which occupy a lot of slots, but without making very much money, but without losing very much money either. As you guys can see here, pages and pages and pages of Tupolev 124 routes I have here, just making a little bit of money, but not much at all. And also pages of routes which are losing money, just holding slots with many aircraft. As you guys can see, these Tupolev 124s here, I have many routes with 5 of them, and the money is just going down the drain. It's basically solely to occupy slots. I mean, this route has 35% load factor, but yeah, I have a ton of slots because of it. So with that in mind, I'm gonna be trying to increase my profit now. So yeah, that's the first step is, have an uptick. So we've had that step. Uptick having has been completed. Um, so the profit, as you can see, it's not too bad on upticks, but it has a massive swing, so that it decreases massively on downticks. Whereas this, yeah, 400,000. I think that's the highest one I've had so far. Um, yeah. So basically, yeah, freaking ton of slots. Okay, guys, so after some deliberation, I've decided something. I'm going to focus on profit until an airport reaches 2,500 slots. And as soon as the 2,500 slot upgrade happens, I have to open a base in that airport. And as you guys can see, I'm hitting close to 50 name value in every single airport, which is about to hit that 2,500 slot mark. Um, so I should be able to. I'm going to start investing in Kuala Lumpur, actually. I gotta make a route there at some point. I can't accidentally let that slip. So let's pick one of my bases. Let's just go with Seoul, and go something like. Eh, I, wait, I don't have any planes. Hold up, hold up. Let's go ahead and buy fuel. Never forget to buy fuel, and also just buy some Boeing 747s. Of course, leased. I mean. This way, you're allowed to have a lot more aircraft than normal. All right, perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and just honestly pass the turn. All right, as you guys can see, not an uptick, huge drop off in profit. Yeah, I need to make a route that goes to good old Kuala Lumpur so I can start investing there. So Kuala Lumpur to Seoul, why not? And then just pick something on this side. San Francisco, that's a pretty good one. Scheduled by slot, frick. Oh yeah, no slot in Seoul. So let's go ahead and buy some. So yeah, once an airport hits that 2,500 slot mark, I'm gonna really start buying slots. But see, these airports already have close to 400, so I'll just wait till 3,000. Um, the main reason for that is I've just been prioritizing getting the slots in every single airport, and that's basically I'm falling really far behind on the profit curve, like extremely, extremely far behind. Um, and I think I'm making less than some of the better AIs now. On average, I know I swing a lot, so on the upticks, I'm definitely the highest, and on the downticks, I think I'm making way less than a lot of the better AIs. So I really, really have to catch that up. Yeah, it's no longer really practical to be losing so much money. Um, so yeah, I really need to step up my game and start making some money. So I'm gonna try and get my stable downticks up to about 250K and my upticks above 500K this episode. Um, could be quite long, but uh, why not give that a try? Because we're really, really in need of a stable profit. So for stable profit, you definitely want to look for uh, monopoly routes, and also you want to look for. Ooh, I shouldn't have let the competitor in LA get so many slots because it looks like he's using that to open a lot of routes that I wanted to open up. And like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be opening routes like this. I know that this is less than perfectly ideal because one of the routes is a competition route, but I mean, what can you do? You can't always find a perfect monopoly route. Well, you probably could if you're patient enough. But I just want to, in a somewhat systematic way, start to claim a lot of the more profitable routes that are monopolies with stopovers. Um, yeah, mostly, I just really, really need to get that profit up. Yeah, I seem to be like, I'm starting to feel as I play more and more extremely hard limited by the amount of cash I have. Where normally at this point I'd probably be making 600,000 to 700,000 on upticks and 300,000 to 400,000 on downticks, um, something along those lines. So yeah, I really desperately need to get some more 747s and start making some money. So I'm just gonna systematically go through my bigger hubs and kind of complete some of the larger routes. So LA, I think I have Nagoya left, it looks like, on the Asian side. So let's go Nagoya to LA, and then we can stop that somewhere. Uh, Toronto's a slightly bigger city. Also, not too much competition, just a couple. 707s. I'll have better satisfaction, so I should do pretty well. I also need to start adjusting my prices. So, like, lowering the prices for more emptier routes. Some of my routes are being competed on quite hard. Um, Another thing I need to fix is this. But that is really, really tedious. So I'm going to sort by slots, and if any of the major hubs, like Frankfurt, for example, are overflowed, I'll fix them, but I won't fix the other ones until um, I won't make the other ones like unread until I'm really like patient feeling, I guess, and then I'll do them all at once. Um, so we can go ahead and pass this turn now. Perfect. Well, not perfect if you look at my freaking profit. Ooh, that's pretty tragic. Uh, Literally 150K in 1978. I think I've gone a little bit too hard on the slot occupation and not hard enough on focusing on profit. Um, so this is a lesson learned, I guess, for future worlds is you really need to strike a good balance between trying to make a profit and trying to make uh, excellent routes. So yeah. Um, on the other hand, see a route like see a situation like this. Do I compete or do I not? The other option is I could connect to something like Cairo. But the Cairo half is not very good. I don't think it'll. Yeah, the Cairo half isn't very good. Uh, so I'm not sure if I'd literally rather compete on a route like this. Like the competition's not too bad. A couple of Russian aircraft. I think I'd rather just compete. But once again, I'm really looking to try and increase my profit now, so I'm not sure if this is a good idea at all. Um, yeah, if my profit is too low, it's going to be extremely hard to get into a position where I can put anyone in bankruptcy. And if my profit was high, I would inversely not have so many extra slots in a lot of the main airports and then not be able to bankrupt them because I simply would not have the ability to open any routes because there's no slots in those airports to open the routes. So I'm just going to take a look at routes like this. I think they're all doing great. So I think I should just go ahead and open. Like competition half seem to be doing really well, like these ones. Like not a single one seems to be dropping from 100. And how are these doing? Okay, these rarely drop from 100. They do, but they still make a ton of money. So that's good. Yeah, I guess this works. I can just use larger cities and do a stopover and then land in somewhere like this. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So I'm gonna do a lot of routes like this, I think, because I think they should be quite profitable. I really hope they're quite profitable because I'm in desperate need of profit right now. But um, yeah, luckily, since 747s are so big, any ones that are profitable should quickly improve my profit condition. Like, yeah, just like, I don't know, like 30, 40 of them, and I'll be able to increase my profit massively if that like that works out basically. So I really hope I can get a lot of these 747s in. Um yeah, I should also look at Paris. I haven't looked at Paris for a long time. I mean, I just occupied like 1,700 slots and kind of forgot about that hub and the potential for a lot of profitable routes. So let's go ahead and look at Paris. Yeah, Paris, look, it's a desert. uh, Looks like we're experiencing an interruptathon today, but you know what? It can be forgiven. Yeah, look at this. I've kind of forgotten about Paris, but like, okay, that's not doing very well. Yeah, so some of the competitive ones are doing quite badly, and some of them are doing quite well. Wow. Um, yeah, my friend there is talking about the weather from in China right now, which is apparently was that hot. uh, do I have any examples of slightly smaller Paris routes? Because I kind of want to make some. So, do I have examples of competition ones over here on this side? Yeah, like that's like just flat out full. So I'm not sure here. I think I can start doing routes like this. Like that's 16 schedules of competition. Now, like I'm not sure if this is a good idea. You know what I mean? Like I can be certain that this side is full, the Asian side, but what about the North American side? You know what I mean? I'm really not so sure. Um, I need to not open any route for like 3 or 4 turns and then do a price reset. But that's such a difficult thing to do, not make routes for that long. Uh, this is the great thing about Air Tycoon Online actually is you're overnight, you're kind of forced to not make any routes for some turns unless you really don't like sleep. But uh whoops. Probably should be reading that on camera. Yeah. So anyways, let's go ahead and just keep making new routes, I guess. Like I don't even know what to be doing nowadays. Um this is kind of tough in the sense that there's so many like routes I want to make, but they're all like competition-y. Um, I really need a smaller aircraft, but I can't afford to buy my own aircraft. I can only lease. So, I wonder if there's any leasable stopover aircraft besides the 747. Nope, it's literally just the 747 and DC-811. So, I'm not using the DC-811. It's a bit too ghetto at this point. Yeah, we'll be sticking to larger aircraft for sure. Mm, got Birmingham, Glasgow's competition. Got Toulouse. All right, sweet. That's another nice 747 route. Yeah, I really need to. somehow make more money. All right. Continuing on here. What other like decently large cities are there around here? Lisbon? Yeah, Lisbon's decently large. We can go ahead and connect that to Beijing, I think would be the only city in range. Yep. And why is there only 2 slots available? Which city am I being limited by? Not LA, so it must be the middle guy. Lisbon? Nope, it's not Lisbon. Oh, it's Beijing. Silly me. I somehow misread that as a 5 or something. Not a 3. My eyes are getting worse. Damn it. mm, yeah, so I don't know how I should be trying to make more money in this world at this point. Like, I'm not sure if I went too far with the slot occupation, but like, oh my god, there's so many more cities where I'm gonna have to do major slot occupations very soon anyway, so this is kind of tough. This is kind of tough now. I don't own any of my own aircraft, so I am quite vulnerable to competition as well. Uh, yeah, like what other major cities do we even have? Stockholm and Oslo can both be used, and Warsaw and Vienna's a bit too far. Yeah, I only have a few more of these. And Jesus, the AIs are really active. They're really getting going, Yeah, I'm gonna need some upturns to help out my slot situation at this point, or my money situation. I really hope. I really need to get it up, and I'm not. I don't. I never have this problem. You guys know. So, hmm. Okay, let's just make sure we have fuel and have a maximum order of some more Boeing 747s. Like, I have so many leased, like, small aircraft now. I should be able to do this for days before I run out of leases. Um, anyways. Yeah, like, I know 400-ish slots is enough if you focus them all on long haul to bankrupt a major company, but I seriously want, like, 3 or 400 extra, just in case. Like, Amsterdam, I'm gonna have to start buying slots there very soon. I only have 100. So, Tokyo, Guangzhou, not quite. Shanghai, I still have, like, the AS can fill up the next 500. Same with Seoul and Beijing. So, yeah, I think besides Rome. Ooh. Okay. I need to start focusing on Rome. So it's. That was sad. I need you try to open a base and it's like you don't have enough money. And look at that profit. It is tragic. I've never had this problem before, guys. I literally have never had this problem. This is not going well. Okay, so here's a problem here is see all these routes is they're causing a serious strain. I don't know why they're doing so badly. Maybe it's this. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix this because I feel like this is contributing to the problem. And then, yeah. Okay, guys, I join you as I'm just finishing up here. And I'm thinking of something right now, which is to do with pricing strategy because I seriously need to readjust some of my prices for routes which are not full. Um, like a lot of my routes right now are like 30, 40, 50% load factor because the price is too high with a lot of competitors. And it's like, so how do I go and get the price down? Um, so here's the problem, right? Is if you sort by occupancy, it also includes your brand new routes. So I don't want those to be priced low for their whole life. You know what I mean? So that means every year or something, I'm gonna want to say if the load factors are high, then we redrop the prices. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna need to work out some kind of system for that. Additionally, it's time to open up a new hub, Rome. And mostly I just need to grab slots. So can I yeah, I'm really lazy right now, so this is what I'm gonna do. is I'm literally just gonna put 5 Tupolev 1 3 4. This loses money, I know. But like, what other choice do I have? Is open the routes like properly, I guess, in like profitable routes, but that takes such a long time. And I'm really kind of sick and tired of the process of actually going around and making routes. So I'm just gonna do this to hold about, I think it's 180 or so slots. Yeah, 185 slots can be held like this, and then I'll make some other proper routes to hold the rest of the slots, basically. This is a really cheesy strategy, but it really works. For what it is, it loses some money in exchange for holding slots. I guess that's a fair trade. It'll definitely pay off in the ultra long term, except unfortunately my brain really hates thinking about the ultra long term. So yeah. Let's go ahead and max out this. So 185 slots now. And why this is really nice is, look, that's fixed. Like, I already have 226 slots in Rome. I only need about 3 times that much, so I'll do that for Pescara, and then I'll make some proper routes, and then boom, Rome is fixed up. So what else do I need to spend my money on? I need to fill up on fuel, and that'll leave me with literally 2 Boeing 777s. Or Boeing 777, I wish. That'd be so amazing, but nope, we're stuck with 7.4s for now. And yeah, we can go ahead and just continue making some of these routes. Can't quite reach stuff like Pescara. Do we have any good ones left? Stockholm and Oslo. That's it. Okay, so 2 more, and then we're gonna be moving on to other cities, I guess. I have most of Chicago, I think. Yeah, I have most of Chicago. Probably some of New York even is still unfinished. So I'll check New York after LA, actually, because New York is bigger. London is basically done for 747s. I'd be really hard pressed to find more highly profitable routes using London and 747s. Obviously, the 200 would work, but I don't have any of those. All right, so we'll go ahead and let's go just by slot 3. I think is it LA? Must be LA. Yeah, it's finally LA, and I'm just gonna request some more, and then this is why it's nice, because now that LA has no more slots left, there's still, look at all these cities I'm gonna eventually want to put on some stopovers with smaller planes. I have so many slots stored in terrible Tupolev routes. I can get slots whenever I need, basically, which is the beauty of this strategy. I think to actually be able to bankrupt all the companies in the world, you need this. You can always figure out profit, even though it's probably going to be incredibly frustrating and slow. Yeah. All right, so that's the end of LA routes I wanted to make. Now on to New York. Yeah, New York seems to be missing a lot of the same sort of routes. Oh, I do have Liverpool, Manchester, and Birmingham, but I don't have Stockholm, Oslo, Warsaw. What else is there? Casablanca, but Casablanca can't reach Asia, which is the problem. Yeah, I can do routes like this though, which is really nice. Oh, unfortunately, Tokyo has no freaking name value, so this half of the route will make no freaking money. I should avoid using Tokyo. Silly me. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do the other one, Warsaw or Oslo. Let's do Oslo. So let's avoid Tokyo, so I have Hong Kong and Singapore. Singapore's out of range, so Hong Kong it is. Yeah, unfortunately, the only reason I have to do this is honestly just because Tokyo has no name value yet. So I have to use other cities, even though Tokyo is slightly bigger, I believe, but small difference. I mean, most of the major Asian cities are almost the same size in this game. Like, maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's deliberate, but, like, yeah. Now we have Warsaw. And it looks like we only have Tokyo and Singapore. Ooh, Singapore's in range though. Perfect. Alright, perfect. And what do we have to do now? We just have to pass the turn, I guess, and pray for profit, please. So we have a bunch of upticks in a row now, so we should be doing much better on the profit. So uptick. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not an uptick, that's a downtick. How am I making negative? I know the branch expense is 60K, but how? Oh, I did all that stuff, and it made my profit even worse, guys. So my goal was to go up this episode, but it looks like we are doing the exact opposite of that. Isn't that pleasant, guys? Yeah, this is the lowest tick of the game, but still, that's freaking hilarious that I'm unable to even make a profit. I don't know why I'm saying that's hilarious. It's pretty tragic, to be honest. Like, look at this. This is the problem. I made too many routes like this without much consideration for its profitability. And yeah, they're profitable on upticks, but on downticks, whew, these routes blow. So, yeah, I'm basically being punished for my own stupidity right now, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, that's only 3 schedules too? Let's pick something farther then. Nope, out of range, so Guangzhou is the best city in range. Yeah, how did I do this, guys? How did I get myself in a situation where I'm literally losing money on a downtick? Yeah, it's gonna be a real head scratcher to fix. Yeah, this is a real head scratcher at this point. I can only laugh at myself right now for this. This is freaking hilarious. I'm doing worse than the AIs. Yeah, I was more profitable like 3 years in than I am now. Like I think 3 years in, I was like quite easily pulling 180, 190K. Even on downticks, there was basically no up and down ticks when I first started. But then I just got greedy for slots, I guess, and I sacrificed profit for investments, and then I just opened a bunch of bad routes, and look at where I am now. So, luckily, I have a ton of different safes. So if I want to go back, I have 1972, 1974, which is probably about where I'd want to revert to. And of course, more recent ones, there's 1977. Yeah. So, luckily for me, there are plenty of points I can revert to if I need to. But I don't really want to do that. That's kind of a lot of replaying of one of the most tedious stages of the game, I guess. How are routes like this doing? Even this is doing bad. Jesus. That's not a great route, to be honest. I think Manchester is one of the bigger cities in England, besides London. Oh god, yeah, this is a bit of a struggle now. Hopefully I'll see 500K on the upticks. That would be a really good sign. So yeah, let's pray we see that. Okay, perfect. And what else do we have? Chicago. Ooh, Luxembourg's untaken. Luxembourg's a pretty good one. Shanghai. All right. It's really tedious to set the prices too. I really hate doing this. All right, nice. Okay. Let's. I have no cash. This is so sad. Okay, let's just pass the turn. 202K. That's not a good sign. That's not enough. What are my expenses going to? Fuel, personnel, flight, branch, branch expense is really high. That makes sense. I have a lot of branches. Like, so little is being spent on fuel maintenance thanks to fuel tanks and maintenance depots, yet those bonuses aren't enough to keep me afloat. I gotta drop this back to 2, to be honest. Where does it show, like, my maintenance savings and such? Is it here? Is it here? It might be here, I'm just not seeing it. Nope, I don't see anything there. Oh, I think it's here. Here we go. Fuel tank savings, 100k. Maintenance savings. Yeah, I'd literally be losing money without those two features, which is really quite horrifically sad. Just go ahead and fix this. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Let's start by slots, and just make sure every airport, which I have a lot of slots in, has a lounge and a maintenance depot. So Frankfurt. Let's go ahead and buy some fuel too. The fuel tank location doesn't seem to matter, by the way. It's just the fact that it exists. It's Beijing. And Shanghai. What did I click? Incheon? No, I want Shanghai. Give me Shanghai. Oh, nope, I do not. Cargo. I have cargo. Let's go ahead and delete the cargo. Alright, perfect. And we should fill up the fuel tanks and then we'll be basically broke. Yep, as I thought. Only 2 747s. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is by far the worst expansion I've ever done. Yeah, usually expanding your company further does not make you make less money. But I guess this is what happens when you spend all your money on freaking slots instead of routes. I might have to just go back to the other world, which would be a hilarious defeat. But yeah, I'm gonna destroy everyone in this whole world and then I end up having to revert. Yeah, and I don't see great stopover options for Paris even at all. I mean, I guess I'll use Louisville and Cincinnati because I have literally nothing else to do. Paris is decently sized in this world, which is nice. And there's tons of options on this side. Start with Fukuoka, I guess. Yeah, I really wonder how this messed up so badly. It really shouldn't be this bad. The Tupolev Boeing strategy is extremely profitable, especially in the first few years where there's a little competition. So I don't know where I messed up. Like, the routes I'm making now aren't very good, to be honest, either. But like, they're monopolies. They're decent. I feel like I should be making more money when these ramp up. Hopefully, I'm not over exaggerating the tragic state of my company, and it's actually better than I think. But we'll find out if these uptakes don't hit quite more extreme heights than I've seen so far. Yeah, and I'm struggling to hold up enough slots in a lot of the major airports. Like Amsterdam's I'm about to need to, expand off Amsterdam and Rome and such, so. Hopefully there's good routes to Rome. I can go ahead and take those, actually. I wonder how many more leases I even have. More than 10, it looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and pass this turn. 350k, okay. That's not too shabby. Yeah, I don't even have any new planes this turn because I couldn't afford it. How tragic is that? Okay, we can go ahead and get a few new 747s. I think 7. Okay, nice. And very soon, I'm gonna have to start looking at Amsterdam. Oh my god, what happened? Okay, I need to start looking at slots now. Amsterdam, Beijing, Shanghai, and Seoul are all still okay. Guangzhou is still okay. Hong Kong is still okay, but getting very close. Singapore is still okay and very close. So, yeah, this is going to be a really tough challenge. Is growing out of this. It'll take many more years than I hope, I think. Alright, what's going on? Like, I'm really just so baffled. Like, look at how bad these routes are. Why am I making these? And why am I losing the competition so badly? It must be the service satisfaction. Can I view that anywhere? Huh. I don't know where to view the service satisfaction, but anyways, let's go ahead and pass the turn. Come on, big increases, big increases. Okay, 460. That's not too bad. Yeah, 460 is not too bad, but it's not good for 1978.8. That's pretty garbage. I think I was probably around 900k in the other world. Oof. Oof, this feels bad. Anyways, guys, so I feel like that's gonna be about it for this episode. I'm gonna like struggle to recover this, but I'd probably be able to do it better off camera. There's a lot of route making, hopefully, and see if that works. And if it doesn't, well, I'm screwed. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.